Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and today we are beginning the third installment in the Danganronpa franchise, Ultra Despair Girls. So this is a very interesting one. This is perhaps the most intriguing entry of Danganronpa that I've been anticipating for some time now. Because this game, I'm aware right off the bat, is by far the most, I don't want to say ignored, but honestly kind of ignored game that Kodaka has done, honestly, because even amongst the discussions of Danganronpa, this game is almost never brought up from what I've seen. It's kind of like the middle forgotten child of the Danganronpa franchise, because A, it's not really spoken about. I know a lot of Let's Players end up completely skipping this game, and I believe that there is also a collection game released soon of all of Kodaka's works, and for whatever reason, this game is not involved in it. That has Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2, Danganronpa V3, and I believe at the time, it is... What is this other game called? I have it here somewhere. It's like Detective Archives or something. Master Detective Archives, there we go, Raincode. Yeah, those are all included, but Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls is not, so that's definitely intriguing. And it does in some ways leave me a little more hyped for this, because I genuinely am like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's gonna be fun to see. Now, obviously, the name Ultra Despair Girls, the obvious connotation is to take it to Junko Enoshima and Mukuro Ikusaba. There could be a potential possibility where we are going to play this game and it is a prequel to Trigger Happy Havoc, in which, you know, we see Junko, we see Mukuro, we play as one or the other or both, and we get more clarity on how the entire, you know, tragedy of the world happened. Now, that is the obvious conclusion, I feel like, in this. That is the obvious pull-in to the title of Ultra Despair Girls, but what I think is more likely is, instead of that, I feel like my immediate theory, at least, is that we are going to be a prequel to Danganronpa 2. Because there is a massive time jump between Trigger Happy Havoc and Goodbye Despair, where a lot of stuff has already happened canonically. You know, the foundation of the Future Foundation, the capturing of the entire cast of Danganronpa 2, our main groups, our survivors from Trigger Happy Havoc, joining the Future Foundation, and on technicality level, betraying them to bring the group of Danganronpa 2 to Jabberwock Island. A lot of stuff does happen. What I think would be interesting about this is if we end up actually exploring the world in the downtime between DR1, DR2, and we actually see the world, the tragedy, for what it is in full, and we possibly see like our Goodbye Despair group as they were as Despairs, because the end of DR2 did imply that the world is starting to heal and we're beginning the recovery period to the tragedy that Junko set up. Now, that's interesting, but not very exciting to see. You know, we kind of want to see the full effect of, you know, what happened to the world itself, what burdens made our first group, you know, barricade themselves into a school. What exactly was our DR2 cast group like when they were, you know, no holds bar, when they were true ultimate despairs, you know. What was all of that? There's a lot of mystery in there. There's a lot of, you know, questions, theories to have in that. And I would love to have at least some clarification on it. What I think could be a very interesting idea is that, you know, be it we play as our known group, be it, you know, our either 6 survivors or a collection of them, you know, Byakuya, Toko, Makoto, Kyoko. Very unlikely, but even Hina, Hiro. If we play as them and we have a route to where potentially we capture the Despairs, I think it would be interesting if we had an objective where we actually capture the Despair group of DR2, even just the girls, and we actually see how these guys were captured and how they were actually brought to Jabberwock Island and how we actually reformed them and see what they were doing, what their specialities were. as they destroyed the world, because we got some of that in the implications of DR2's last trial, with with like Mikan taking Junko's womb, placing it to her own, Akane starving herself, Sonya giving up her parents to be killed off, general destruction stuff with Kazuichi and Fuyuhiko taking one of Junko's eyes, and Nagito, he sewed one of Junko's arms to his own. If we could clarify, maybe even see that in real time, that would be pretty fucking sick. That's like my main idea. It could be them. It could also be in conjunction. It could be completely new characters, because it's kind of the theme of the Danganronpa franchise to give us at least some new characters with each entry. Be it a few to coincide with our existing cast, or just an entirely new group with the ones we already know kind of playing support in the background, or a couple of times on screen would be really nice. And that's just kind of like my main idea, my main theory. On another hand, we did see 3 of our group last time, so I would like to see what Toko, what Hina, what Hiro are doing. We know that Toko / Jill would never leave Byakuya's side, so I'd be curious to see what's actually going on with her. She did leave him alone to for the mission of the Jabberwock group, but we even got a joke that she is waiting for him when he goes back. So I mean, Toko is still there for Mr. Byakuya, Mr. Master, the true one, not the fat ass. But that's kind of like that's what I think would be very intriguing for this game. There could obviously be more. It could be again after Danganronpa 2's ending, but I really don't know what would happen there. And the thing that's kind of gravitating me against the idea of this being a prequel to Trigger Happy Havoc is that we've already told a story in that timeline. We've already told a prequel story prior to the events of the first game, which was Danganronpa 0. And what we're talking about would be a little beyond Danganronpa 0, but I don't know if they'd go back in time a second time to the same era, so I think it would be cool. I think it would also be kind of consistent that, we get the first game, we get a story that takes place prior to the first game, we do the second game, and we get a story that takes place prior to the second game. We have Danganronpa If, but that's, outside of universal mechanics. But, yeah, like I said, I don't know what to expect. I believe there is actual gameplay in this one. It's not just a visual novel with trials and whatnot. There is, at least in some regards, some actual game mechanics, so I will have to fucking play a video game on camera. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm gonna out myself as a terrible gamer right here, because that's still new territory for me right now. But, either way, I don't really have too much else to say going into this, because, again, I don't necessarily know what to expect going in prior to that. And I like DR2, I haven't really thought too much about Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls in terms of theory talk anyway. Those are just some basics I kind of came up with, a couple hours before doing this. So, yeah, like I said, I'm really curious about it. I'm actually going to be, for the first 2 games, I played with a PS5 controller, but I'm actually getting a little comfortable lately with just an Xbox One controller, so I'm going to be playing that with this, which means the game, the actual in-game icons are going to be accurate this time to my stuff, because they didn't optimize a Sony product controller in DR1 and 2. It's just Xbox. So we're playing Xbox this time. I'm playing the game as they intended. But yeah, like I said, I'm really excited to get into this. Like I said, just I guess be one of the elites, one of the people that actually bothered with Ultra Despair Girls, and just see what it's about. So guys, this is definitely a lot shorter of an intro than what the last 2 games were, but I have very little to say compared to it. So let's just begin. Let's see what we have in this new era of Danganronpa with the 3rd installment. Alright then, let's do this. I also was, I should say, I was not told ahead of time to skip any intros, so I'm going to assume there are no spoilers this time around, which is nice. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Dude, what the fuck? Ah! Dude, right off the bat! Right off the bat! Fucking Nagito Komaeda. Oh my god. Wait, what the fuck? What the hell? Dude. Has he got a chain on his fucking neck? That's a choke holder. He has got a fucking choke holder around his neck. Okay then. What the fuck? Alright, so the Despairers in Goodbye Despair come back. That is peak. Oh my god, Nagito. I'm gonna need the story with the choke holder. I'm gonna love that. Let's see. Oh my god, wait, is that Toko? Okay, so the way the mic is set up right now, it's actually kind of low-key blocking like the bottom left of the screen, so I actually had to turn over a little bit to see that. Oh my god, that's okay, so, alright, 2 characters. Oh, I can't wait to see Jill. Oh, 2 characters I am very excited to see here. This is a very different screen than anything else we've had so far. Jesus Christ. Okay, so just continue game, of which I have nothing. Okay. And what does that say at the top? The culprit. I don't know what the first word says. Alright, let's start new game. Okay. Sakamaru mode? Let's see, I order you to choose the difficulty level, okay? So, hard, working hard for a normal girl mode. Alright, super ultra genocide jack mode! Oh my god, dude. Is Toko main character in the game? Or is she a main character in the game? Please tell me she's a main character. Oh, wait. We've got the, I believe that's actually the poster from, I think that's the poster from, Goodbye Despair? I think that shot of the girl, that's the poster from DR2, isn't it? I think so. Alright, so we've got a plethora of scribbles here, a lot of background stuff here. Monokuma. Very funny stuff. And Despair mode. Ultra Despair mode. Alright, let's just go. I played all the games in the hardest difficulty. We are doing that again. Oh, I like that loading screen. Oh. Okay, I actually have to game this time. I have to actually play video games. That's on camera. That's gonna be sus. With auto camera, you automatically follow the character you're controlling. With manual camera, you control the camera with the right stick. Okay. Well, for now we'll go. Manual.
According to what I've heard, the world is round.
Oh.
But is that
I
really
believe
true?
that's
Earth might have the shape of.
I believe that's Lucy's dub voice from Fairy Tail.
Spiky lump of sugar your grandma would wrap in a tissue.
I think it gives me strong Lucy vibes.
But I don't really know for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like I've actually seen the shape of the Earth.
This is a lot of voice acting for a Danganronpa game right off the bat.
In the same way, I've never actually seen most things that are considered common knowledge. Common knowledge in what we take for granted.
Oh my god,
We base our
Monokuma.
lives around such uncertain things. Well, not that it matters for me. I mean, my world isn't even big enough to worry about stuff like the shape of the Earth or common knowledge.
Oh my god, we've got like an anime-esque style intro. What the fuck?
So small that it's actually a little funny.
Moving cutscenes. This is too much movement for Danganronpa. What the hell?
This is my world. This
Like,
two-bedroom
way
apartment
too much
that
movement.
I live in is my world.
Hey, Junko's magazine. Nice.
My life doesn't extend beyond these walls.
Damn.
But it's not like I'm a shut-in or anything. I am actually imprisoned inside this room.
Oh. What the fuck? What? Is this
My
alright?
name is Komaru Naegi. I'm a completely
Wait.
normal high school girl.
Wait, this
who
is...
lives an abnormal day.
This is Sissy! This is sister! This is Naegi, Makoto's sister! Oh my god, oh my god. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Family member, the main character. Or at least one of the main characters.
Alright!
What the fuck?
Let me
Dude, that's so sick!
out of here!
And we've got the Trick Rabbit Havoc music
Ever since my
playing.
imprisoned life began, this pointless defiance became my morning
Is this
routine.
is this meant to be like Makoto's theme?
But
So
it
we're
was
just
only at
we're
the
playing it
beginning
as like the
that I was
Naegi
seriously
theme now?
crying and yelling.
Oh my god, it's been so long since we've heard this music. That is peak.
It's been a year and a half since my imprisoned life began. Can you believe it? A year and a half. So
That
long
sucks.
I've
Oh,
become
we've got the
completely used
like
to this.
Princess Pigtails or whatever the fuck Hifumi liked.
Frightening how well humans can adapt.
Junko
I've
and
learned
Ashima
that
magazine.
firsthand through this imprisonment.
Some rando on the back.
But it's
Dude,
not
that
like
is
I've
terrifying.
completely given up, of course. If I had, I wouldn't do things like change my uniform every morning. I just don't want to get my hopes up too much.
So you've been isolated completely for a year and a half.
I've learned too much about the horrifying despair that always follows hope.
How are you sane?
Huh?
You've been stuck in an apartment
Jeez, it's finally breakfast? It's about
For-
time, I'm starved in here!
a year and a half,
About
and
this whole imprisonment.
no social interaction at all?
Unfortunately, even I, the victim, have no clue whatsoever.
Dude,
Ever
this
since
is
I've been
this is
taken by
sick.
strange people into this strange place, I wanted Japanese style this morning.
Wow.
Receiving meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is the only communication I have with the outside. I haven't seen the culprit's face or even heard their voice.
I assume this
I
is the
still
Future
don't even
Foundation
know why
though,
I'm in prison
keeping you here.
But regardless of how abnormal and unfair the situation is, this is my world and my daily life now, so it can't be helped. See? Sucks, right? My story ended before it even began.
Oh, that
It's
sucks.
not like I still have hope that something sudden will happen after all this time. Huh? What?
Interesting.
What happened? Could it be? Did someone come to rescue me?
Potentially.
Please, save me!
Or someone
I'm
came to
trapped in
kill
here.
you.
I'm begging you! Please save me!
I know you're desperate, girl, but
I don't want to live
let's
this life anymore.
let's think about this.
Please open the door!
Yeah, you might want to rethink that. Very much, oh, that's not a face to see early in the morning. Monokuma. And there's no trials this time, love. There's no blackened. It's all for nothing free for all in this bitch. Holy shit. Oh, and we go to shitty 3D models that every anime game is packed with.
Wait, what?
Nice sensor there.
What's going on?
Oh my god, there is so much
Get away from
already.
me!
Like, bro, she's been here for a year and a half, completely isolated on her own, with nothing. No social interaction or anything. At least our classes had, like, students to interact with. At least they had, like, open space. How is she not insane right now? How has she got any kind of sanity whatsoever? All right, we got a stacked shelf of, I presume, mangas and some books. Oh my god, we've got the photo. We got the photo. That is sick. Yep, that's the photo we saw her from. Anything else? think so.
Where's the elevator?
Alright, yeah, B to run. I kind of instinctively hit B, honestly, because that's
Sapphire,
what it runs
get
in every
through.
game. Interesting. Alright, so I definitely see why it's so different to every other game, because it is. You're actually, like, playing a game. There's 3D movement in this bitch, like, there's models. It's not sprites or 2D flatness, like, I'm actually moving as a person. This is kind of bizarre for the world of Danganronpa, honestly. I'm a little overstimulated right now. Alright, let's do this. Damn. That did not sound like Monokuma. Oh! Yes! Here we go. Alright, now we're getting things moving. Oh, the man, the goat, Byakuya Togami. Let's go. Even in this 3D style setting, he is still fabulous. Holy shit. And he's packing heat too, apparently.
You must be Komaru Naegi.
Yep. Komaru
Future
Naegi.
Foundation 14th Division, Byakuya Togami.
Alright, the Future Foundation's already established now. And they're well into it. Oh, was this meant to be like the main goal right now for... Is Makoto on a search for his sister? And that's why, like, Byakuya knew her, because, like, he's assisting Makoto looking for survivors, and just, his sister was, like, rumored to be in the area or something. So if... It's very interesting, right, because in DR1, obviously, Komaru was teased to have died with the parents, and apparently she's just been locked up, I guess, in a... She's just been locked up in an apartment complex for literally a year and a half, which is terrifying. Imagine having to wear your school uniform indoors. That sounds fucking hell on its own. But could that at all mean that that his parents are still alive as well, and like we're on a journey to potentially find them at some point as well? I don't know, but the first character returning in this game, being Byakuya, is that's how you start a game. That's how you start Peak. The fact that we're even bringing in extended family members of characters we are so familiar with at this point is actually really cool. Oh, I am very interested in Komaru.
Don't get the wrong idea and start crying. I'm not the one who imprisoned you here.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm here to rescue you.
God, this updated art style as well is actually kind of cool. Ah, shit, my headphones are low. Alright, I might have to make a cut at some point to recharge them, but usually I get at least an hour out of them at this point, so we should be good.
Future Foundation received intel that a captive was imprisoned somewhere inside
I like
this
this.
building.
All of his, like, sprite work is the same. It's just redone in this style. It actually looks really good. I actually like this quite a bit. I forget if this game was released on, I don't know if this game was released on, like, the Vita or the PS4 first, but, yeah, the quality work is still really good.
It would appear that intel was correct. However, what is the meaning of this? What are all these vermin Monokumas doing here?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, this just 3D model art style that, like, every anime game has. But I appreciate that even with these, we're actually doing the sprite work as well. That is really nice. Also, is this entire game voice acted? Because if this entire game is voice acted, that might earn it number one spot right away. I don't have to actually, like, do voices in this game. I can just be me. Like, holy shit, that is a privilege and a half. Like, wow. I'm curious what the budget of this game was, because, yeah, that's really going the extra mile for this.
Monokuma?
Because, like, that's only a privilege you get in Trials.
No matter how you look at it, the timing is just too perfect. Just as we show up, a riot breaks out.
A riot?
Maybe you're the reason a riot broke out.
Perhaps the intel itself was a trap to lure us here.
What do you mean, riot? What's going on outside?
Do you really not know anything about the tragedy? Like, Did you not hear anything outside, you know? Like, your windows weren't barricaded in.
And that black and white bear thing back there, what was that? What's going on?
That's definitely Lucy's VA. This is like one-to-one.
So you don't even know Monokuma? That kind of ignorance must be nice.
He's still Byakuya Togami.
He was just like that the first time I met him.
Him?
You really don't know anything, do you? I guess I'll tell you. But it will have to wait. Now's no time for talk.
Huh?
Ugh. Ah, shit. Well, there's one Monokuma, there's 100. And when it's 100, there's 10,000.
More of them! What should I do?
Should? Do you really have an option other than run?
Alright, yeah, this is definitely the, that poster in Goodbye Despair was definitely a reference to this game. So I remember, like, the microphone.
Program codes with electromagnetic waves. It appears to be effective against these Monokumas.
Sure.
Though you should have discerned that from the test shot. Read the operation instructions included with the gun. You're on your own from here.
What? What do you mean?
You can run, can't you? I'm busy now.
You better not tell me
Now
this is
that
the
I've
only
seen
time we
these
see him in the
bears,
game.
I can't just leave them be.
Like, I know we're getting,
But where would I go?
A member of Future Foundation is on standby at the restaurant across the street.
Nice. Like, I know we're getting,
Hurry up and go! You're just in the way here.
I know we're getting, Nagito. I know we're getting Nagito at some point, but, I don't want to be deprived of Byakuya this early in the game. By the looks of it, Toko's gonna come back. Presumably, like, all of the Future Foundation members are gonna come back. Because I gotta assume that Hina and Hiro are there by default if, like, Toko's also included. Oh, we're back. Oh, nice! Teru's Diner! If I knew there was going to be this many anime scenes in the show, or in the game, I could have just added a face cam. It's more like I'm half watching an anime right now and reacting to it. Pig boy, nice. Is Mummy still alive right now?
Welcome. A table for one?
Please.
Huh?
Bear attack!
A bear?
Bears! Bears everywhere!
Miss, now
Call the
please.
military! Paramedics! Hurry! If we
Nice.
don't hurry!
Miss, please keep your voice down. You're disturbing the other customers.
Who cares about that? Hurry!
All right,
Does no one-
fine. Please, just be
excuse me,
quiet,
ma'am.
okay?
Wow. It looks like that guy's on Facebook.
Relax
That's a
and
relic.
stay calm.
Does this place really not know what's going on?
Hello? Police? Some suspicious girl is...
Oh my god, this poor girl. Come on, Kamaru.
Someone help me!
Emergency! Riots are breaking out all over Toa City! Take refuge immediately!
Toa City, huh?
I repeat, citizens of Toa City, take refuge!
You say that?
Girl, you better start blasting that microphone. Nice. Nice. Bunch of faceless nobodies.
What should I do? They're gonna find me! I gotta escape. I gotta get out of here.
Come on, channel that Naegi main energy, girl. You've got MC genes in you. Oh my god, even the PC was Monokuma themed. Alright, I actually have to do gameplay. You guys are gonna see my shit-ass gameplay skills on camera for the first time. Let's go. Alright, tutorial time. If you press the LT button, ready for the hacking gun, alright. Yeah, this is, right stick focuses the rectal. Alright, this is pretty basic, run and shoot mechanics. Alright, press C for the gun. Oh my god, they're truth bullets. Nice. Jesus, that's a lot of options. Pressing the X button opens the truth bullet selection screen. Switch truth bullets, alright. Try using the multicolored truth bullets against the Monokumas. Interesting. Alright, let's go. Wow, first shot and I missed it. Nice.
This gun is amazing.
Oh, cool. Beat the first Monokuma. And these are just
Definitely gonna get out of here.
This is their way of censoring the dead bodies, just like neon colors. Pretty fun. Woo!
They're dead. They're all dead.
What's with this?
Oh, I have to aim to shoot. Alright.
Jeez.
Oh, what else do I have?
Enough already.
Let's see. Knockback. Okay. Burn. We gotta try burn. Okay, I definitely am seeing why this game is, kind of the very in between the Danganronpa franchise. Because this is not even like a full-on visual novel. This is just straight up an anime game. And that's pretty interesting. Because yeah, you actually have to... I imagine people that suck at games are annoyed they actually have to game right now. Oi, come here. Again. Nice.
Someone save me!
Alright, so only break seemed to one-shot them. That thing took like...
going
that
on?
thing took like 4 burn attacks.
Huh? Who's there?
The TV.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Rip the presenter. Hello?
I'm a zombie.
Oh my god, that is so morbid!
We're gonna eat ya. Oh no.
That is so morbid! What the fuck?
Hey, Masaru, do zombies really say rawr like
What the
that?
fuck? You are children
I'm really
playing with
having
a
trouble
corpse.
getting past that, you know?
Who
Guys,
cares?
holy shit.
I told you style is important for this kind of thing.
That is crazy. Please don't do that.
Kitty porn is a no-no.
What? 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 What?
What are these kids doing with that body?
Hey, what are you doing? Be more serious.
I mean, yeah, you're
Didn't I
right,
tell you
but
this
what the hell
broadcast
brought
was
that on?
important? This is the Warriors of Hope's keynote address.
Jeez, what are you so mad about? Oh wait, I bet you
Oh
want
my
to play
God.
zombie too, huh?
This guy's
Nagisa?
literally got flames in his eyes. Alright, I need to pay attention. Do they all have, like, silhouettes of some kind of object in their eyes? Because that's new. I don't think we've ever seen that in Danganronpa before. Yeah, because, like, our girl here doesn't have anything like that.
Citizens of Toa City.
Neither does this girl, actually.
We are the Warriors of Hope. We
Really?
are the masters of Mr. Monokuma.
What?
This town, this dirty, lame, worthless, pathetic, good-for-nothing
Lol,
town
they've
is nothing
completely
more than a
frozen.
penal colony for filthy criminals. It is on this site that we've decided to build a paradise of children, for children, by children. And therefore,
Oh no, she does.
all of you adults will no longer be needed.
I'm not even sure what that is.
Goodbye.
So even children partook in the tragedy, huh? Even they're on the mass genocidal route. That's not good. Alright, here is our intro, I guess. Oh my god! Yes! 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 Toko. Or more specifically, Jill. Let's go. Oh my god, wait. The two main... Okay, wait, there's two main characters in the game. And they're fucking Komaru and Toko? Let's go! Holy shit, well I guess technically 3. Dude, Toko doesn't even like Makoto. Yeah, Komaru, Naegi. Dude, I swear, like, Toko outright hates Makoto. That makes this even better. Okay, Toko Fukawa. Yeah, my last name was Fukawa. Oh my god, Kurokuma. We've actually got different Monokumas. Shirokuma, are these like... Alright, yeah. So these are all the main Monokumas of these kids, I guess. Kotoko, Jotaro, Monica. Oh my god, she's a Monica. Nagisa. Got a Monokuma wristband. Like we had a like a mech right there. Oh my god, we do have mechs. Well, they're not even trying to play with the idea that Toko is a main part of the game before we've even seen her. To be honest, like, yeah, we saw Byakuya, you know that Toko's not far up behind. The Warriors of Hope, alright, so these guys are the prologue.
Around a year and a half ago, a certain incident completely changed the world.
Dude, like I said, that dynamic is going to be so much fun, because as I said, like, Toko is not a fun person of what's his name, of Makoto, so that's going to be really funny to see. Alright, so I'm curious if everyone we know is going to show up then, because obviously we've seen Byakuya already. They're teasing Toko hard, so I guess Toko's just going to be like a secondary main character in the game. Again, big hype for that, see what they can really expand upon Toko's character, because she is definitely the one I'm more interested in of the back three of Hope's Peak, of Trigger Happy Havoc, compared to Hiro and Hina. But also that I know that we're going to see Nagito at some point, because he was the guy I got at the start. So does that mean we're going to see... Are we going to see everyone? Like, legitimately everyone alive right now, because all of the despairs should be here. If they're not on Jubwalk Island, and we're gonna see Nagito, they should all be here. So we're gonna see all of that group minus Chiaki, but all 6 of the Future Foundation people. I mean, Makoto is kind of obvious, because you've got to get a reunion in there between him and his sister. But we're going to get Kyoko, possibly Hina and Hiro as well. Like, I hope what we've seen already isn't the only Byakuya in the game. But, we are already talking like some peak shit right now.
Apparently, the origin of the incident was a student movement at a certain school.
That is, like, how are you only hearing about this now? Like, what? What the fuck?
But the school covered it up. So it was too late when the world finally realized. It grew out of control, becoming a monster that swallowed the entire world. It couldn't have just been some riot or student protest.
Yeah, again,
it had to be something far deeper.
If you read Danganronpa 0, you're already very, very familiar with all of this.
That much should be obvious.
But even then, I think Goodbye Despair went a good part into this as well. After all. Like I said, really hoping, fingers crossed, we get to see no holds back the extent of the despair that all of our main characters from the last game went into, because that would be,
Eventually, the incident grew so much in strength and scale that it threw the world into despair.
Yep.
Theft, arson, brutality, murder. The violent crime rate went off the charts. Violence spawned revenge, which fueled more violence, driving the crime rate even higher. Before long, a global war broke out. A war not for land or ideals, but only for the sake of war. A war that tainted the world with despair. But even with all this
that was the shot.
Chaos, I had complete faith in my world.
Dude, even there, she looks quite a bit different, compared to the model we're getting in this game. Like, she looks very different there. Her hair color's a little different. Obviously, the style is, the hairstyle itself is different. Yeah, I did not think she was actually Makoto's sister until we got
And
that
even when it felt like I was falling, I
confirmation.
kept believing. It's still okay. It's all right. Then, I found out that 7 of my classmates had died suspiciously.
Ooh,
I fell further still.
that's not good.
But even then, I kept telling myself, it's all going to be fine. Don't be afraid. But the realization that it was
No,
too
be very
late
afraid.
came to me like the ground rushing up to break my fall. A group of men I had
Yep,
never
that was
seen
the shot.
before broke into my house and separated me from my family.
Alright, that's actually incredible how they are explaining away these pictures from Togami Havoc.
The world I had been living in up to that moment collapsed.
Definitely appreciate that. Oh,
And
sorry.
since that horrible and unjust imprisonment, a year and a half passed.
Alright, so we're not even sure if the parents are alive.
I was supposed to be a normal high school girl, but instead, I became a complacent prisoner. And what was waiting for me at the end of that despair was a despair even deeper. Even
Love it.
worse. There's no use in keeping hope. That's what I was forced to realize. Once again.
Holy shit. Is that how big the Monokumas are meant to be in the games? Like, even the other two games?
Why is
Like,
this happening? If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have stayed in my room forever.
yeah. I mean, that's why, like, an entire class of characters agreed to stay in Hope's Peak because of this, you know? No matter their own goals or dreams, like, you know, when
gotta
Celeste
run.
is agreeing to just say, fuck it, we'll stay in the
right.
academy, you know it's bad.
Byakuya guy said that
Someone is supposed to be here, right?
they're
Supposed to be here.
But that's actually crazy. Like, I assume the Monokumas were a little smaller than that, at least from what the first two games implied, but they're massive. They're like up to like this girl's like chest, I want to say. Like, they are big. Because like we saw like Mondo pick one up.
It's the same as that Byakuya guy's.
He looks like all the other henchmen too.
Are you alright?
Who are you? You shouldn't be here. Hurry up and run.
You're from Future Foundation, right?
Yep.
How did you know?
I was told by a guy named Byakuya Togami to meet you here.
Could you be? Are you a captive? Go to the park. Head through this door and go straight down the road.
Yeah, I'm assuming she was a captive solely because she is related to, obviously she's related to one of Junko's classmates, and those particular groups were probably fucked with specifically to get those first motives for the, for Chapter 1.
There should be a Future Foundation helicopter there. Hurry, go.
It'd be kind of cool if we could elaborate at least on, like, the other motives from, the first game as well. Like, is it just gonna be her, or are we gonna get, like, the families, you know, of, like, Togami, Toko, you know, like, or maybe even characters that died.
But
That'd be really cool.
what about you?
Oh, I'm fucked. Just leave me. Girl, you really need to learn to start blasting.
You gotta get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Over here. I'll take you all on.
I'm so sorry.
It's too late, don't worry. He had the same design as everyone else. He was made to die. I really like the loading screen. That's really cool.
The town.
Oh, and we got 2D sections. Oh my god. I love all the colors, like, how the fire's neon. Like, we never got that before.
Dad. Mom. Makoto.
Oh, and I got 3 hearts. Crap. Oh, I can't fire right now.
Are you people from Future Foundation?
A little
This
bit.
guy called Byakuya Togami said that you guys could rescue me.
You guys are all gonna die. You look way too plain.
What is your name?
Komaru. It's Komaru Naegi.
Looks like that information about a captive in this town was correct.
So, where is Byakuya Togami? Is he safe?
That's what I want to know. I'm assuming he is. Well, I know he is because he was in DR2, but still.
He told me to run, so I haven't seen him since.
I see. I can't reach him, so I thought he might be in danger.
Like I said, I don't remember if they ever elaborated on exactly how we called the DR2 cast, so like I said, I feel kind of strong right now. We might legitimately get, we actually see some of them and even capture them personally in this game. That'd be really cool.
But then again, this is Byakuya Togami we're talking about. I'm sure he can handle himself.
I know he can.
But there was someone from Future Foundation getting attacked in the restaurant back there! Please, you have to go save him!
Understood. I'll go back for him.
I hope he can make it in time.
What exactly is going on here? I still have no idea what's happening. I don't know who you are, or where I am, or anything.
And you never will.
Well, we don't have much time, so I'll give you the short version. First off, we're from an organization called Future Foundation.
I think is this guy got Byakuya's VA? It sounds kind of similar.
We're trying to help the world recover from the incident. You know what I'm referring to?
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Incident?
It's behind your imprisonment. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Yep. It even turned the
It was more
sky
than
a
just an
blood
incident.
red, like
It
Gotham.
shook the foundations of society to the core. And it wasn't just one.
Jesus Christ, that is
Various
sick.
incidents broke out all over the world. And then the war. The biggest, most awful,
Oh, that's
most
kinda
tragic
freaky,
event
actually.
in human history includes that too.
Damn, these are like real life, like depictions of people. That's actually kind of disturbing.
Because of all this, the world just crumbled. But in all that chaos, Future Foundation is trying the best we can to bring hope back to this world.
Who the hell is this supposed to be? Is this Izuru Kamakura? This isn't Junko, and I don't think Toko's hair goes that long. Who the hell is this? It's a red eye.
Oh, and as for this town,
I'm assuming Izuru.
Are you
Not
all
Hajime.
right? Are you following?
Yeah. It's just a lot to take in, that's all.
I'm sorry, but you need to know. This town is an island off the coast and controlled by a powerful IT corporation. It's commonly called Toa City. Toa City used to just be a nickname, but now it's what everyone calls it.
ever since the government stopped functioning due to the tragedy, Toa Group and their cutting-edge technology are running the show here.
Nice.
Toa Group is a corporation that played a huge role in rebuilding the world. Ever since the tragedy, air pollution has made a lot of the planet uninhabitable.
Interesting, alright, because that was one of the big things about DR1's finale, was that Junko did say the air outside had become toxic. But what we saw from like DR2 kind of spoke against that, like it was a bluff. But apparently, I guess it wasn't a bluff. Damn.
But Toa Group developed an air purifier that can clean massive quantities of air at a time.
How the hell did our group get out of Hope's Peak safely then, if that was the case?
They invented it only 3 months after the safety order to stay indoors was given.
And they did all of that without Chihiro around.
Even after all this time, people all over the world are still clamoring for it.
I bet.
But the clean air isn't the only thing that draws people to this town. Because of Toa Group's influence, this city has suffered far less damage than others.
Because it's relatively unaffected by the incident, it's of special interest to us.
But this kind of riot going on in Toa City, this is something we never anticipated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Byakuya's VA voice in this guy.
So it's a riot? Why is something like this happening?
Honestly, even we have no clue whatsoever about what's happening here. Where those Monokumas came from, why they're attacking the city. And that broadcast by those creepy kids. None of it makes any sense at all.
The only thing we know for sure is that something horrible is happening here.
We need to get more intel, but our priority is to escape. We need to leave, at least for now.
Yeah, you're right. We need to hurry and escape. We'd probably get killed in a place like this. And I mean, I want to see my family again.
Oh, no, in
been
this
so
game
long.
you ain't seen them until the very, very final chapter.
Oh, about your family.
Hold it. What was that?
Wow. Yeah. No, no, no. Won't be hearing that until much later.
Do you hear that?
Is that singing?
Oh, that's creepy.
Over there!
Oh my god, that is just wrong on so many levels.
A kid?
Oh, man.
Get back!
Well, that is disturbing. Damn. Oh, what? Well, that ain't good. Girl, you really need to start blasting. Alright, maybe not now that it's flying the fucking thing, but you gotta start pulling out that, that thingamabobby. Oh boy. Alright. What? No. Oh, fuck off. No, you can't play this theme. No, you can't play the execution theme unless an actual execution takes place. How dare you? Shenanigans. Oh my god, no! You can't play this theme unless someone dies, man! Though to be fair, if she died right then and there and we were switching to another character, that would be so fucking funny. Just switch to Toko and that's it. Well, that was our first ever failed execution, I guess. Oh. Oh. No mind, at that point, just give up. Yeah, like, it's not worth it anymore. Fuck that.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh my god, yes, here he is. Here he is.
Are you okay?
Oh my god, is this... I think that's literally like his exact lines from DR2. Did they just rip the files?
You look completely exhausted.
There he is.
Who are you?
Nagito Komaeda.
Oh, my name's not really important. After all, I'm just a lowly servant.
That getup is fucking wild. Why has he got a choke collar? Like, actually, as if this guy wasn't kinky enough in
I
DR2.
had heard this town would be safe.
He's just named
so I came
Servant!
here to seek refuge.
What?
Then
It's just called Servant.
Riots.
Dude, let's talk. Like Nagito looks great in anything, but holy shit, what is this? What is this attire? Like, actually, holy fuck. This still looks sick. I like how he's still got his same t-shirt underneath it, but like his old coat's gone. Like, he still looks pretty good. He still looks pretty good. But the fucking choke collar, that is insane. Also, that is the most pointless zipper I've ever seen on a coat before, and it's got a button too. Like this. Like, are you trying to make me orgasm, man? Like, the first two characters from the previous games are Byakuya Togami and Nagito Komaeda. Those are the first two characters you introduce, or reintroduce to this game, man. Like, they are hitting all the right buttons. Like, all of them right now. This is insane.
And on top of that, I get captured by them. I've seriously got no luck at all. But because I pleaded for my life, they allowed me to live as their servant.
Nice. Also, she should say, you sound a lot like my brother. You look a lot like my brother, actually.
I'm being rude. Enough
Play on
about
it.
me. Let's talk about you.
This is the closest you're gonna get to a reunion with Makoto for a long time. Also, I just noticed he's got a glove on. All right, so yeah, he has sewn on Junko's arm right now. That's where the glove is.
You are completely exhausted, or you're simply afraid to wake up and face reality. You were asleep a full 2 days.
Damn.
A full 2 days?
That's actually wild.
A full 2 days. More than enough time for the world to change completely. Yes, even our world can change just that quickly. Like a watercolor painting caught in the rain. But you're more concerned about yourself than the world right now, correct?
Dude, it's actually fucking chilling how he is speaking right now. Like, it feels like he could just snap and attack her at any moment. Oh my god, the fluctuations with Nagito is just so good. He's so good, man, no matter who he's interacting with.
You're wondering what's to become of you, now that you're trapped here, in this place.
A little bit, yeah. That's a big present.
What's going to happen to me? Huh?
You'll be a slave, just like he is.
Apologies. Your reaction was so normal. It surprised me a little. You honestly don't have a single unique characteristic.
Damn. I mean, she looks pretty plain compared to everyone else, but still.
Well, no need to be depressed about it. This world is filled with unremarkable people.
I low-key feel kind of bad for her. Like, you've had almost no interaction for a year and a half, and one of the people you're speaking to the most right off the bat is Nagito Komaeda. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I love him, but that's not good.
And the only one capable of empathizing with common, boring people is a common, boring person like yourself.
Damn.
So, that's why you pass.
What are you talking about?
Well, that is just my personal opinion. It doesn't matter to them at all. Which means I'll need you to take a proper test.
A test?
But before that, I'll return this to you.
Hey, what the hell? Give me that back.
The hacking gun.
I borrowed it from you without permission. Sorry. But I absolutely had to analyze its capabilities.
Okay.
It sure is an amazing little machine. A device that forcibly hacks machines by shooting program codes with electromagnetism.
And like I said, like they made all of this without like Chihiro around. Like that is nuts.
However, it was a bit too powerful. I made a few modifications.
Oh my god, you fucking arsehole. Seriously, you depowered my weapon. Like, bro, seriously? Like,
Game balance?
seriously?
Oh, no need to worry. You'll have the opportunity to upgrade it later.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to, like, go around the entire game exploring for those abilities I already had, like the fucking Chaos Emeralds. Seriously, Nagito? Thanks. For all the loyalty I showed in DR2, thanks.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I understand how you feel, but it's about time you started the test. If you can safely make it all the way to where everyone is waiting, you pass.
Everyone?
You'll meet them when you get there. However, even after you meet everyone, be sure to keep that gun of yours a secret.
He is being so calm right now, and it's honestly kind of scary.
If you don't want to die, that is.
Seriously, when he talks like that, it's like, oh my god.
I'll be going on ahead.
Sure.
What the heck? What is going on now?
not even, like, you just met Nagito Komaeda. You're not meant to have any idea what's going on. Alright. Oh. Okay. Oh, that was just one of the moves I had before. Button to activate some machines with superpowered hacking magic. Alright. Try it on the panel. On the panel. Oh. Alright, so yeah. So I have to go around. I hope none of these are mandatory that I can miss, but I just have to go around and just look for presents. Alright.
It's unlocked. I'm scared.
Another tutorial, let's go. Now that you've put in some time with the hacking gun, let me tell you something. The red eye is the weak point for all the Monokumas, that's pretty cool. Shoot the weak point with break, and most Monokumas go down in one shot. Most Monokumas. Plus, after you hit a weak spot, break ammo will give you one power shot. It's one hell of a shot. One that's way stronger than a regular break. Now that's killing two birds with one stone. If you think you're so hot, why not try aiming for the weak point? Alright. Seems simple enough. Just gotta look around, because much like every Monokuma, or much like every DR game, there is gonna be unlockables, I assume.
The gun.
Oh my god, yeah, and 75 mono coins. Oh my god, and there's gonna be some vending machine bullshit, isn't there? That's gonna be fun.
Is this the right way?
I'm still kind of in awe about the game itself, man. Like, I'm actually playing as Makoto's sister. Like, that is crazy. Oh, cool. Oh. Oh, what? I can only have 3 hearts? Or at least that's there later on, I guess.
Did I just get locked in?
Fuck. Nice.
Maybe I should try to move something again.
Oh my god, you get 75 mono coins per kill. That is insane. How many mono coins do I need in this game? Like, fuck me.
Move! Do I go up to the room past the stairs?
Boom! Alright, I shouldn't do that, because I actually have a limited amount of ammo now. Alright, who's up next? What do we got? What do we got? Oh! Oh my god, right at the bat. I like how those are like, in rhyme to like a bell right there.
TV.
Oh man, I'm famous. I'd autograph your back anytime.
You'll have unique designs, so you're going to be important.
Using a chisel, but
potentially for the entire game.
I can sign your back too.
What is this guy going through?
Presents as well. I'm always in the mood for sweets. However, salty flavors are no good. Those disgusting tastes are never worth putting in your mouth.
I
don't know, I like salted stuff.
Someday, but can't. I want to go inside a chimney.
I really like these designs. And then we've got like the, I don't even know what, like the Charles Xavier of the group?
Welcome, big sis. I'm so happy you came, meow.
Her eyes are wild. Yeah, what the fuck?
That's right. Big sis doesn't know us yet. Well, I guess we should start with introductions.
All right, let's start with me, the leader.
Intro?
I'm the super
Oh.
duper leader
Oh, that's
that
cool.
unites the warriors of hope with them.
Oh, my bad. Alright, Masaru Damien.
My special subject was PE, so they called me Lil Ultimate PE.
What? Lil Ultimate PE, what?
I'm the PE king who can do every exercise ever. Running non-stop 24/7, 365 is easy as pie.
You know what? I believe it, honestly. It is Danganronpa.
Oh, I almost My job in the Warriors of Hope is the hero. And as hero and the leader, I'm gonna be the new ruler of this town.
Cool.
I'm the leader of the Warriors of Hope. Hero class, Masaru Daimon.
Alright, so we get like a weird exclusive intro, everyone.
I always give 100%. My favorite class was gym, so they called me Lil Ultimate PE. Aha! A hero, the leader, and the Lil Ultimate PE. I even impressed myself.
You're far too boastful to be a leader. A true leader is calm and dignified.
I've heard this one's VA before as well, but it's not clicking for me where it's from yet. Definitely his design though.
All agreed on it. All he did was win rock, paper, scissors.
I really like this girl's design as well. It's like a fucking cotton candy haired devil lolly. Like, bro, that headband is something else. Alright, it reminds me of Star, but like it's so like exaggerated. That's actually so funny.
Doesn't matter. I'm still the leader. I won, so I'm the leader. The leader.
Fine. You're the leader. Now, allow me to introduce myself.
Please.
I am the sage, Nagisa Shingetsu.
Nagisa.
I am the vice leader of sorts. My name is Nagisa Shingetsu. In the Warriors of Hope, I act as the vice leader and sage. When I attended elementary school, I was known as Little Ultimate Social Studies.
Okay.
Of course, social studies is but one area of my expertise. I excel at all scholarly pursuits.
I'm sure.
I was labeled Little Ultimate Social Studies because I was raised to be among society's elite. And I suppose I am a babysitter of sorts for the Warriors of Hope. Monica
Wow.
excluded.
Wow.
During my time at Hope's Peak Elementary, I was known as Little Ultimate Social Studies.
Lil Ultimate is such
Hope's Peak?
just such a meme.
Why should that surprise you?
I didn't know there was an elementary school affiliated
Oh, yeah.
with the academy.
That's actually a fair point. Yeah, what the hell? Since when has there been that?
Such an ignorant woman.
I mean, I watched it and I don't remember that. I played the games.
Who's next? Perhaps Jotaro?
Wait. Before I go, can I practice introducing myself?
No, you may not. But you've got a, admittedly, terrifying design that I'm not sure I want to know anything about you. At least not compared to the others.
What was I gonna say? I'm the priest, Jotaro Kamori.
Let's see your explanation.
When you stare into moving bicycle spokes, you get all scared. Like,
No.
for some reason, you imagine how painful it would be to put your hand. My name is Jotaro Kamori.
I love how this is like the most
Your skin doesn't
energetic
curly no matter
theme
how you cook it.
of all of them, despite how insane this guy's speaking. Oh wow.
I was really good at arts and crafts, so they called me Little Ultimate Art.
Probably get along with Hifumi, actually. He liked arts and crafts, I believe.
If it's arts and crafts, leave it to me. I can remove nails and varnish. And
He made the
fix.
Justice Hero costume, after all.
I do the
Or Robo
priest
Justice.
thing for the Warriors of Hope. Oh, and also, I wonder if aliens exist.
I wouldn't think it mattered anymore. They wouldn't come to a planet this fucked anyway.
And you specialize in arts and crafts, making you Little Ultimate Art, correct? Moving on.
Hey, let him do his introduction, man.
You said what I was gonna say. The whole thing.
Ah, come on, no disrespect amongst peers.
Oh, my chest itches. I wish I could scratch it raw, reach inside and scrape my nails on it.
Alright, moving on.
Your speeches are always too long. It's like how an elephant's nose is so long. But then again, giraffe necks are long too.
Alright, the guys all did their introduction, now it's time for this girl.
And also waiting for a plane takes too long, and spring break is too long.
Spring break is never too long.
Well, anyway,
Also,
don't worry about Jotaro. He's a latchkey kid. It made him a bit mental.
Damn. I love how she's got a bow tie on, like, attached to her horns. Like, that is... What the hell is this girl, man?
It's not that I dislike latchkey kids, though. Some kids say they have magical powers. Isn't that awesome? You might get caught inside a magical parallel universe.
I wouldn't bet on it. Oh my god, why can I see her undies, bro?
Oh, sorry
I know
for
they're
the late
strawberry now.
introduction. My name's Kotoko Utsugi, and I play the role
Kotoko.
of fighter.
I love how they're all based on, like, an RPG group as well. You got the priest, the fighter, like, what were the other two? The
I
others,
was
like,
called Little Ultimate Drama, but that was a long time ago, so I'll leave that part out.
Cool.
Ahoy! A girl! My name is Kotoko Utsugi, and I play the fighter in the Warriors of Hope. You might think the fighter would be a boy, but nope, I'm totally a girl.
Girl, I'm not surprised. Every single combat ultimate in this franchise is suited to a woman. Ultimate soldier, ultimate martial artist, ultimate swordswoman. There are no men with fighting prowess in this universe, okay? I'm not surprised at all you're a girl.
I love girly things and peeled chestnuts. If it's totally adorbs, I love it.
Cool.
And I was pampered as the Little Ultimate Drama in elementary school.
Cool.
But who cares about that old stuff? I'm so happy to meet you.
I guess, yeah, you know, Kamaru is kind of adorable,
My
so you
favorite
might be
food is
fond
peeled
of her.
chestnuts. My least favorite food is unpeeled chestnuts.
Damn. Alright, I guess. I love pizza, but I hate cold pizza, so I guess somewhat
Aren't you
relatable.
surprised? They're both chestnuts.
She has nothing to say, like, what is going on?
And hey, did you know? Kangaroos can jump backwards.
Cool.
And believe it or not, snakes have ears. Ew!
That is fun.
Yes, that's all very nice. Our next introduction is Monica.
Can she be like the ultimate literature or something? Like the little ultimate literature? Because Monica, that's an easy name to remember. And I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about.
Okies.
Okies. Especially if she's the leader of the group. Like, oh, you gotta be
is a
you gotta be
mage.
that. Monica's a mage. Alright, let's see.
Monica is called Monica. Monica's a mage in the Warriors of Hope. I was known as Little Ultimate Homeroom when
Ah!
I was in elementary school.
Ah, close.
You might think there are no
She was always the
ultimates and
ringleader,
commons
though.
in a class like homeroom, but there are.
Jesus Christ, her thighs are massive.
For me, my skill isn't really about uniting people. It's about getting them all to help me. Believe it or not, I bring together a lot of wonderful people.
So you've got like that ultimate charm, ultimate charisma where you just gather everyone under you. Oh god, you're like got the potential to be like the next Junko with that kind of power. That's actually terrifying to think about.
It would be nice if you could be a wonderful person for Monica too. And when I attended elementary school, I was called the Little Ultimate Homeroom. I'm sure you're familiar with it, right? Homeroom?
I think, yeah, we call it form over here, but yeah.
Monica just loves
Form time.
homeroom. The first hour of the day when we can share our thoughts.
I'm sorry, what? An hour? You get homeroom for a fucking hour? Over here it was 20 minutes. And on Fridays it was 5 minutes. What do you do for an hour every day?
And that is why, even in the Warriors of Hope, I'm the life of the party! But you are familiar with the Warriors of Hope. No?
Yeah,
The
no.
Warriors of Hope are heroes who save the world from demons. Isn't that amazing?
Ironic that you're controlling Monokumas and call yourselves Hope.
We're a party of heroes that hunt down demons, but nobody really wants me in the group.
Aw, don't worry, man. Jotaro, you seem like a nice guy.
And I'm the party leader,
I wouldn't
which
be around
makes
you
me the number
too
one
much.
king of this town.
You've got a lot of dangerous tools at your disposal right there.
You kids are just joking, right? With demons and kings.
Joking around?
Of course, of course.
I mean, you guys are just kids, right? For a bunch of kids to be doing this kind of stuff.
They were literally playing with a corpse. A fresh one. That's,
Just
not normal.
kids?
Oh my god, do I have to shoot, like words later on?
Aw, that's the only thing I can say. Just aw. Since you're an about to be, we were thinking, well, doesn't matter. You're clearly a demon.
And about to be?
Adults, children, the power structure remains the same. The subjects have merely been switched. With our Monokumas, you'll be nothing more than a squashed bug beneath our feet.
Yeah, I don't think you can really be calling yourselves Hope when you're speaking like this and controlling fucking Monokumas! You can't have it both ways.
Splattered like the sound of bloody chopped meat. Intestines falling out of you like sausages.
No comment.
Oh, stop that, Jotaro. If you say it like that, she'll think we're joking.
Huh? Our Monokumas? So the ones controlling those Monokumas out there are...
That's right! Isn't it so cool? The Monokumas obey any order we give them.
How the hell did you get Monokumas in the first place? You're a bunch of kids, man.
All thanks to Monika's magic.
Yeah, that's our mage. She can use magic even without magic circles.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you, everyone.
But
You're
can she do it
so
without
nice.
incantations? That's my question.
Yeah! Monica's smile is so adorbs. Oh, I just want to smother you in syrup and eat you up.
I mean, anything's better with syrup, let's not lie.
No! Stop it! Stop!
Well, I love, like, Gomaru's done, like, nothing for a while now. But honestly, what can you do in this situation? Like, these kids are batshit crazy. And the doors are locked and sealed, so, like, yeah, what am I supposed to do right now?
Stop? Which part?
If what you're saying is true, please stop all of this.
We will not. We will never stop until we've completed our paradise.
Paradise?
Oh, you didn't hear our address? A paradise made of children, by children, for children.
We're gonna kill all the adults in this town and make a paradise just for kids.
You definitely sound like warriors of hope with determinations and, you know, intentions like that. I think you've earned the title of hope quite well.
Isn't it awesome? No school or homework in paradise. Woohoo!
That does sound pretty cool.
Why must fireflies die so young?
What?
And since our paradise is for children only, there won't be any more pedophiles either.
Okay, that Is there something you want to tell us, Kotako? That line is that's a little concerning.
But can we
I mean,
keep the
correct.
ice
Your
cream
point is
store?
correct, but still.
Ice cream didn't do anything wrong.
What are you saying? What are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't have to make any sense.
Yeah, they're kids. They're not supposed to make sense.
That's all.
Wow.
If Monica wants it, it happens. That's how it is.
All right, that's definitely something.
Uh-oh. This is bad. Monica's mad.
She's got all of you on a tight leash right now. Like Nagito's the one with the choke collar, but you all have it in a metaphorical sense.
It's going to be all right, Monica. Please, don't get upset. It's all going according to plan.
That's right. If Monica says it, then white is black, cats are dogs, and
Oh my god,
what
she
else?
dude, I swear she's got like Junko's power of charisma. Like This girl could be terrifying if she grew up.
Oh, please don't get mad. We'll kill a lot of adults, see? So just smile, okay?
Hey, how dare you make Monica mad? That's the last straw. As the leader, I'm gonna hunt you down.
Karma, I don't know if you're like a violent person, but just beat these little shits up at this point.
Hunt?
Like, the enemies that are literally slaughtering people are right in front of you, okay? Children or not, some masters have got to be put in check right now, you know?
Let us play a game. You will be our demon prey.
It's a really fun game. A godly game.
It was Monica's idea, after all.
And the name of the game is...
Just saying, like, there's no Monokumas in sight right now. They are defenseless. Let's get some backhands in order right now, you know? Let's connect some backhands with faces. The Demon Hunt. Or the Demon Hunting, sorry.
Demon Hunting! Demon Hunting is a game where you release demons into Toa City. They're the targets. It's a super fun game where the Warriors of Hope fight to see who takes down the demon first.
Wow, that sounds super fun! And our very own Monica came up with it! See, Monica? We're going to play our special game! No need to be upset now, right?
Wow.
Yes, so exciting! Let's
God,
do
this
it!
girl is so
Come on,
manipulative.
hurry up and let's do it!
No. By target, you mean?
You.
Hurry up and prepare the device.
Ah, alright, that's what this thing was. Like a tracker, I assume.
This wristband is a custom-made device given to the targets of the
Nagito!
game.
What the fuck?
It would be best if you didn't try to remove it. Any tampering with it, and you'll go boom.
Bro, they really caught Nagito and just chained him up. What the fuck?
Boom!
That's concerning.
Okay then, now we're ready.
Nagito, why are you following these guys?
All right, let's go hunting.
I would have thought you of all people would not be against killing children.
Wait,
They call themselves
this
Warriors
is a
of
prank,
Hope.
Isn't it? You're just kidding around.
But still.
You've seen what we've accomplished so far. This is no joke. For an adult, you sure are dense.
I mean, she's barely an adult.
Understand? I'd be no good at this game.
Is she an adult? I don't know.
If you throw me into that town, I just get killed immediately. I mean,
She could
that's
be
no
like
fun, right?
Kono's little sister. I have no idea.
Ooh, so modest. But we know you don't die easy. You passed that test earlier.
That was only because I had this gun.
Anyway, that test was splendid. It was amazing how you were able to evade those Monokumas and make it this far.
Please tell me Nagito's a main part of the game. Like, that would be so cool.
I guess it's all thanks to my advice from earlier.
I'd love to see Nagito interact with Toko of all people.
Advice from earlier?
However, even after you meet everyone, be sure to keep that gun of yours a secret. If you don't want to die, that is.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's this about a gun?
No talking without the leader's permission. You're just a servant. Next time you talk without getting the okay from me, I'm gluing your mouth shut.
That is quite a scary thought.
Imagine if you just got it done right there.
Let's get on with it.
Why?
What?
Why are you doing something so cruel? I didn't even do anything bad.
Oh, jeez, you're too funny. I'm laughing
Seriously,
so hard my cheeks
just
hurt.
just tackle them. Like, they're kids. They have nothing on them right now. Fuck them.
We play the games because they're fun. Duh.
That's the only reason.
There's no logic in this, as Monica just put it.
You're only surprised because you aren't used to this way of doing things. This is just what we like. We do it because it's fun. And that truly is the only reason.
Searching for meaning in the meaningless is for adults. Children are untainted by such futility. But to tell you the truth, I would rather not play this game. There is still much work to be done to build our paradise, yet here we are playing games.
Your children.
Why?
You think
Why
kids are
don't
gonna
you
care
stop?
about building anything past you lot?
We cannot do that. This is Monica's game. She said she wants it done, so it will be done.
I can't wait to see how you all met Monica and how she got such an insane grip on all of you. Like, honestly. What was that about like, the kid being the leader? Like, yeah, that guy is not the fucking leader, guys. The one leading is, Miss Monica right now.
Monica is the princess. Everyone on our team tries to grant the princess's wish.
And I love what Monica loves.
So that's basically the situation.
Thank you, Nagisa. Even though you're so busy, you did all this work for the sake of my game. I'll have to bake you some delicious cookies later as thanks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Aw, that's so not fair. I want to eat Monica's cookies too.
Hey, Monica, what about me, the leader?
Sure you are, Masaru. Sure you are.
Why? How can you kids just keep smiling like that? You're not normal.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, this scene is kind of dragging a bit now. Can we, like, please do something?
Of course an adult sees this as abnormal.
Like, bro, tackle them or run for it. Do something.
But who?
It's like Kamaru has done almost nothing this entire scene, but just react the exact same way.
Also, Kamaru Naegi, in your current situation, you don't have the right to say a thing. You cannot choose your path. Because this place you're in, it isn't a path at all.
What?
You are not on a path. You are falling into an abyss. The darkness gaping open beneath your feet. You are just going to fall and fall. Can't you feel the pull of gravity?
What do you mean?
She means this.
Trapdoor? Oh my god, they're doing it again! They're really doing it again! We're getting like the executioner style. Yep. Oh my god, stop doing that! Is that just a thing in the game? This is gonna happen all the time? Like, how many times you gonna give us the goddamn execution music and no one's gonna die? Like, that's a sacred ritual of Danganronpa, guys. Don't do it. You gotta worry about the skirt, of course. What the fuck?
A child's ears are...
Wonderful ears!
A child's eyes are...
Adorable eyes!
A child's mouth is...
A great big mouth!
Cool.
Why is it so big?
To gobble up the demons!
Y'all are batshit insane.
Alright, game on!
Let's say this particular demon will be worth an extra high score because it upset us.
Then it looks like I'll win when I catch it.
What's the tally, guys? Gotta show me that.
Reality, so that means even I can actually win.
Aww.
My! It's rare to see Jotaro so pumped, but it also makes him extra gross.
Shut up.
That don't matter. At the end of the day,
Give the guy a
one
break.
who wins is gonna be me, the leader.
Now, it doesn't matter who wins. Just make sure you don't fight while playing the game.
Well, anyway, do you guys want to get a cola or something?
Well, that sounds kind of nice.
Ooh, a soda sounds great. Someone go buy some. Leader's orders.
You're still making purchases in this society? Nice, and also Nagito's just right there.
And just like that, the pieces are in place. All that's left now is to wait for the despair.
Yeah, Monica is big manipulation vibes. You can really tell this is a lot of this is just an act for her. Oh boy, so she's gonna be like the main villain. Imagine that, having a Monokuma in the game and it's actually not controlled by Junko and Ashima in any fashion. Like, excuse me? Like, nani? Can't be doing that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I bet you are.
All right. Do your best, Miss Protagonist.
Yes!
With your lack of distinct characteristics.
This
So
voice
calm,
acting.
So dull.
Dude,
So boring.
he sounds excited and annoyed at the same time. Is that it? Dude, Toko didn't even appear in this yet. Like, what the hell? How often does that happen? Like, the main character's not even here yet. Or at least one of them isn't even here yet. God damn. Alright guys, and that was the first episode, the first prologue chapter of Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. Yeah, I definitely get now why this is not really talked about too much, or at least is skipped over by a lot of the fan base. Not to say it was bad or anything, but I do definitely understand why this gives a lot of spin-off vibes. It is, conceptually, it is very risky, obviously, because, you know, when you take away a lot of the prime elements of Danganronpa that the franchise is known for, you are gonna initially isolate a lot of the audience into not really playing or even trying it. You know, not even from a gameplay perspective, but the fact that there is not really a central mystery around this game. There is not really anything to really, you know, theorize about, to really sink your teeth into, not to really pull other elements for an overarching story like you would do for Goodbye Despair in you know, in reference to Trigger Happy Havoc, about, you know, the second killing game, the you know, the connections that these characters have to DR1 and whatnot. A lot of those are gone here. We are not in a killing game this time, and so there is not a central mystery on the scale of what we know prior to this. Right away, we are given our main antagonists. We are given our quote-unquote villains of the game right off the bat, being just a literal bunch of kids, you know. Obviously, apart from that, you know, taken away, like, this is not a visual novel style game. This is actually an action shooter, which is pretty crazy. And like I said, you know, it risks, you know, people who aren't really fans of that genre or don't like that genre at all, you know, not playing this game. So it's a very risky one. It's a very risky concept to really, try in conjunction to a series that is already very much set its roots into one particular playstyle, on top of the fact that, you know, the trial system is gone, the execution system is supposedly gone, now that we have, you know, we have a central character, and we are going to gain a central surviving member from a previous killing game, but that doesn't really give the vibes of anyone in particular of importance is going to die. You know, I guess technically, you know, Toko could possibly die in this game, but obviously since we are playing as Kamaru, we're not really under threat of her dying anytime soon. You know, and those are our supposedly only two main known characters at this point in the game, since we won't be interacting with the Warriors of Hope anytime soon. So that is very interesting. That is a very interesting direction to take this game. And like I said, the fact that we are in like an action shooter now, it's so different that I'm honestly not sure what to say. I don't feel like this is going to be a game where I am, you know, I'm analyzing it to the point I was with Danganronpa 1 or 2. I'm not going to be theorizing as much, because it seems like, you know, at least for a while, story may be may take a back burner for, you know, the theme of the playstyle, the action shooter, you know, because you can tell a lot of story in a game like this, but you can't do it as thoroughly or efficiently, I would say, as you can with a visual novel game, because that's literally their purpose, is to tell a story through visuals. But it is very interesting, you know, very interesting stuff here. I'll admit, the care that went into the game, though, is pretty crazy. I think this is the first game where they switched from the PSP to the Vita. So on top of just higher quality in general, it seems that the budget was a lot bigger as well, because we actually have full-fledged voice acting. Unless that was just a tease for the prologue entirely, and, you know, from here on out we are going to get, we're going to get only exclusive parts being voice acted. A lot of this was voice acted, on top of the fact that, you know, we're getting like full-fledged anime-style cutscenes. Like, that's actually insane. There is so much movement in this that I'm just not used to in Danganronpa, that it's pretty bizarre in that regard. But that's pretty cool, I'll admit. If I can just, you know, if I can forego having to do shit-ass voices, and I can just, you know, speak myself as I would like a commentary style, a reaction style video, you know, that would be pretty crazy. That would be very fun. You know, because sometimes the voices get a little much. That's why the trials are always a treat in the other games. And, you know, it's gonna be interesting. It is very interesting that to tell... They do use all three styles in this game here. You know, they use the anime style, which just looks like an anime to tell its cutscenes. They use, you know, they sometimes use the in-character models to use certain parts of cutscenes as well. But they also use just the straight-up, like, visual novel style aspect that Danganronpa is known for the executions, or the fake-out executions. So that is pretty interesting as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm really curious what we're going to do in this one. You know, it is really interesting to see the impact the tragedy has had on characters that are not within the age range we're familiar with. You know, it's obvious to really go into the aspects it's had on, you know, our characters of, you know, very, very late teenager to adulthood. You know, obviously elder adults that we can see as well. But to have it be, like, straight up just children, you know, like, it seems like they're in the, I don't know, like the 10 to 13 range, I'm gonna guess what our main characters are in, or our Warriors of Hope group is in. It is interesting to see that the fact that it's having on them, and obviously in that age, you know, a lot of your viewpoints, not just on people, but the world itself is, you know, is refined at that point. So it is really interesting to see how these kids can actually go into these personas, and I would love to see the kind of people they were prior to this. Right now, it does feel like a central theme of this is probably going to be trauma, as obviously a child is when you're at your most vulnerable. It's most easy to, you know, inflict genuine trauma onto kids at this point, and obviously, you know, the tragedy would be an insane traumatic experience for quite literally anyone. Like, you know, like fucking Genocide Jill was traumatized by the goddamn tragedy, you know, so seeing these kids like that is going to be interesting, but it also feels like it is a lot more personal in that regard, you know. Kotoko seems to be probably the darkest one we've had so far, because there are a lot of alluded, how do I phrase it? There was a lot of alluded hints there to, obviously, sexual abuse, to pedophilia. It seems like, you know, we had the CP call, and then just straight up saying, you know, a benefit of this system is to wipe, you know, groomers off the face of their utopia. And, you know, that is obviously horrifying, and I'm curious if it goes maybe not quite as deep for that, but all of these main kids, if their motivation for this is all deeply rooted into, obviously rooted into trauma from adults, you know, because they seem to be fine with kids, but obviously from that perspective, from that age range, trauma from a specific person can warp your viewpoint out on a certain age range as a whole. You know, the fact that this is happening, and, you know, if they did experience traumas from specific adults, it can warp their viewpoints on all adults as a whole, and not just a specific person, you know. And it makes me curious how deep-rooted this is. It makes me curious how explicit we're going to go with this, but it also makes me curious of how much of this is rooted into the tragedy itself. You know, are these traumas they experienced, are they a result of the tragedy, or are these just things that happened to them prior to the tragedy, you know? Because Kotoko was, You know, she was in a drama club, she was in theater, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that has been known to happen. You know, grooming has been known to happen in that area, and SA as well. But from what we know of the tragedy, especially in Danganronpa 2, you know, that was just the kickoff for people to go absolutely fucking wild. That was for the kickoff for people to start doing literally whatever they wanted, just consume their deepest desires. And, you know, from what we saw, you know, hints, theories that, you know, Mikan was the one who took Junko's womb. You know, Fuyuhiko took Junko's eye. You know, Kazuichi started just gunning and bombing people. You know, like, examples like that. So, was this a result of the tragedy that these kids experienced, very personal events? Or was it a result prior to that, you know, showing how impure the world was even then? I'm not quite sure. But I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with that. And Monica, oh my god. Dude, she has no surname. Why is her name just fucking Monica? Oh my god, okay. I never did any videos of it yet, but I'm sure some of you guys know I love another certain style Monica from another VM, and I'm curious at all if there is any inspiration for that Monica from this Monica, because there is a lot of similarity here. You know, her being the basic leader of the group, of being the ultimate the little ultimate homeroom. You know, a lot of like being the central focus there. And even though she's not the leader in title, she is obviously the leader in this group. And they're not even being subtle with the similarity she has to Junko as being like an ultimate manipulator, which makes me curious if this was something Junko pre-planned ahead of time, right? Because I have to imagine that Junko, as we saw from Zero, there was already a massive group of followers that worship Junko, but I'm curious if Junko specifically targeted certain styled individuals who she saw as having the potential to continue the tragedy in her death, you know, because Junko was always prepared to die, but she always at the same time wanted the world to experience despair. So I'm wondering if Monica is a person she personally groomed and trained to be one of the central focuses on despair in her steed, you know, not only because she had no idea how long the Killing Game in Hope's Peak would last, and she had to dedicate all of her time to that, but in the case of if she ever died, obviously she would need people taking the reins outside as well to keep things going. So that could be very interesting. But you know, there's still a lot of stuff to go to. I don't know if we're going to do the traditional 6 chapters in this game, or if we're going to have more or less. Obviously, the cast is much, much lower in this one. We've gone from having a typical 16-style individuals in this one to presumably 2 main characters, with some others coming up here and there. You know, we've seen Togami, we've seen Nagito. Nagito's probably not going to come up again until the end of the game, I assume, because he is on the airship right now. But like I said, even if others come up here and there, which I hope, you know, we see possibly Ibuki, Mikan, Akane, you know, those kind of characters, and of course the guys as well, you know, possibly Izuru himself, if we see them, but if they have any genuine relevancy for any amount of time, or if we're just, you know, we skip them after a while, you know, because I don't think they're going to be here too long. But you can definitely paint it as being the shortest game in the series because of that. And like I said, just it's very, very different, you know. I do think that I think the title is pretty appropriate now, and surprisingly, it seems like almost entirely, despite a game being called the Ultra Despair Girls, Junko Enoshima has supposedly nothing to do with this at all. Now, I don't think they'll have nothing to do with it, because you can't have a Danganronpa game and have Junko not pop up at some point, or at least be revealed to have great relevancy in what's currently going on. I don't believe they could do that. The fact that they straight up just brought Junko back for the end of Danganronpa 2 makes me think that like they're never going to have a game where Junko is not at least some part of the overall narrative. But I do think that Komura and Toko are pretty appropriate characters to be ultra despair girls, you know, because Toko is already a character deep rooted in, you know, in tragedy before the event even took place. You know, she has a personality that is literally the ultimate murderer that went on a killing spree before Junko ever made a move. And also, she is just so deep-rooted in trauma and anxiety of herself that she is an appropriate figure to be, you know, to be, like, the spot a character in a despair game. On top of that, you know, Kamaru Naegi is someone who has pretty much just reached the goalpost without even going through anything prior to it. You know, at the beginning, she seemed to not even have any idea that the tragedy was even taking place. She seemed completely oblivious to what was going on outside, and then she's just basically been told, you know, the world is over, the tragedy has happened, you know, like, civilization has reached an endpoint. You know, so she is very much in a state of just panic, confusion, and overall just despair, you know. So a fresh despair right off the press, and someone who's been deep-rooted into it since their early stages of life, it's pretty appropriate. It's pretty goddamn appropriate, and I'm really excited to see where we go with these two. And again, I think it's really funny, because as we know, like, Naegi, like, Toko doesn't give a shit about Makoto. Now, to be fair, I guess they could be a little closer now. It seems like, in general, you know, the group that survived really warmed up to each other in the end. You know, Byakuya seemed a lot warmer at the end of Danganronpa 2 than obviously Trigger Happy Havoc. So it's possible that eventually, however begrudgingly, Toko did warm up to Makoto at some point as well. And obviously, you know, the fact that, like, even if she could warm up to Kamaru. Is it Kamaru? I forgot it. I think her name is Kamaru. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. But the benefit is that even if Toko does warm up to her, she's actually completely safe from Jill, because obviously Jill's rule is that she only kills cute little men, you know. So even if she does gain a soft spot for her, Jill is not going to kill. She might make her life torture, she might, but she's not going to kill her, which obviously when you have a character like Jill at the focus is always a big concern, you know, like, how do you do that? But I am so excited for this anyway, because having Toko Jill at the spotlight is going to be so much fun. Jill is unironically one of my favorite characters. She is just a bundle of fucking hype whenever she's on screen. Loved every moment with her in Trigger Happy Havoc. Toko got better near the end as well. Some of her insulting banter is pretty fun. You know, I love the mouth down south innuendos, which is pretty cool. Hope that line comes back. But yeah, like I said, really interesting stuff. Really excited to see the differences in this game and just how it can stand on its own. I'm curious if the gameplay is going to switch at any point, and maybe we're going to, you know, if we have two central characters, we might actually switch between playing as Kamaru and Jill, you know, to switch up, like, the long range to melee kind of style in general. But it also seemed like, because the easy mode was specifically referenced as, like, the Genocide Jack experience. I'm curious if playing on easy mode, you just play as Toko/Jill from the default. That might be something I have to experiment with later on, because I'm genuinely curious about that. I don't think that's an impossibility there. But yeah, like I said, guys, either way, this is definitely an interesting beginning to a very different experience of Danganronpa this time around. But I am excited to get into it. I hope you guys are as well. Obviously, this is probably the playthrough that people are the least interested in. But I'm nevertheless interested anyway, because this is blind for me. But guys, this is the start of a new journey in Danganronpa. Hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you next time.